Good morning, YouTube. Hope everybody's well, and this video finds you well. I had been challenged by Jersey Redneck to the luxury item challenge. So I hadn't put out a video in a little bit, and it sounded like fun. So, and I'm thankful he's thinking about me. So, because right now I tell you, it's tough seeing all of you guys get ready for the trail. It's tough. I miss it, and I want to be out there. And a matter of fact, I will be out there. So that's I will be out to the trail the last week in February, and then I will be at the AT kickoff on the weekend of the 1st of March. So I think it starts the 2nd of March. So I hope to see some of you out there. It's awesome. I'm gonna do a little bit of trail magic. So hope to see you guys out there. But we'll get started. So you see this big old thing here. What are my 3 luxury items on the trail? This is my Sea to Summit Aeros pillow. I had one of these for the entire hike except for maybe about a week. And the reason for that is because I did not quite know how to work it properly. And in the Smokies, when it was 9 degrees outside, I pulled this plug too hard, and it ripped, and it deflated my pillow. So I bought another one in Hot Springs. This is the one I bought, and it took me all the way to Katahdin. But this was a big comfort item for me. I sleep on my side, so a pillow is important. Most of you know, or some of you know, that I used to put my buff over top of this, my wool buff over top of this to act as like a pillowcase. But for goodness sakes, this thing still stinks to high heaven, so I'm going to have to get another one. But anyways, so, all right, that's my first luxury item. All right, so my second luxury item may look silly. Some people may not consider this a luxury item, but this is these are my earbuds. Funny story. This is probably about the 3rd pair I had. This is the same type that came with my phone. It's a Samsung Note 8. But I lost my first pair at Devil's Backbone Brewery when we spent the night there in a pouring rain. So I went without for a little bit. I bought some cheap ones from Walmart and things like that. But then I think somewhere it might have been Port Royal, somewhere around there, somewhere right after the Shenandoahs. I went into a Sprint store, or not a Sprint store, but a Verizon store, and asked them if they sold these, and they didn't. These only come with the phones. But there was a guy sitting there who was just buying a Samsung phone. He pulled his box out. He handed me these earphones. I can't even begin to describe how important these were to me. I'm going to put them down. How important my headphones were to me. So it wasn't until the end of my hike that I started using them while I was hiking, and I only did it for a portion of the day. But I used these every single night on the trail. It was my comfort item, you know. It was my blanket. So I would crawl into my tent every night, usually around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I would pop these headphones in, and I would listen to music until I started to doze off, and then I'd take them off and I'd go to sleep for the night. But every single night I used these headphones to listen to music. That really became important in the Smokies when I was just absolutely miserable at night. So I would crawl into my quilt at night and put everything up over my head and just listen to music and tune out the misery. So these were very important to me. So important to me that I think it was in New Hampshire, they actually fell out of my pocket somewhere during the day. And I turned around and I walked back for probably about 40 minutes until I found them. That's how important they were to me. I was willing to give up about a mile of trail just to find these again. So they were that important to me. All right, my next comfort item, I don't have it with me because it was so disgusting that I threw it away in Millinocket. But it went all the way from Neal Gap to Katahdin with me. I kept it in my pack. Those of you who ever hiked behind me saw that I carried a yellow Nalgene bottle with me. I bought that at Neal Gap in Neal Gap at Mountain Crossings. I used it, and this may be gross, but I used it so I didn't have to get out of my tent at night to go to the bathroom. So it was my pee bottle, and that thing was very important to me, and that was life-changing once I got it. You know, I started out in February, and it was really, really cold, so getting out of your tent, getting all undone, getting out of your tent, getting shoes on, tramping through the snow just to go to the bathroom was miserable, especially when it was snowing. It was miserable the first few days. So as soon as I got to mountain crossings, all I wanted was a Gatorade bottle. I was just going to use a Gatorade bottle, but mountain crossings didn't have any, which is crazy. So for $11, I bought a Nalgene bottle, and I used it all the way to the end of the trail. But again, it was so disgusting. And I would, every month or so, I would bleach it just so it didn't smell so bad. But I kept that with me my entire hike, and that's probably my most funniest thing. And I got made fun of a lot on the trail because of carrying it, because there's so many lighter options. A Gatorade bottle would have been so much better, but dang it, I paid $11 for that bottle, and I was going to carry it all the way to the end. So I have since switched to a Gatorade bottle. But for those of you who are older, like me, and have to get up during the night to go to the bathroom, get yourself a bottle. It'll make your life so much easier when it's pouring down rain, all of those things. You don't have to get out of your tent. You can do everything right there. So, all right, so for the challenge, I am going to nominate Chris from Chris Goes Outdoors. Chris hiked the trail in 2017, but he stays real relevant with his videos. And if you haven't watched his videos, you need to go out and watch him. He lives around the White Mountains and does a lot of hiking and things like that. He puts out a lot of good videos. My next challenge is to Riz. We hiked on the trail through the Whites and into Maine. Riz, I challenge you to tell us what your comfort items were, and Riz is going to head back out and finish up his hike this year. And then the last one is Underdog. Underdog, man. We started on the same day, but we only ran into each other like once or twice. We tried to catch up to each other, but couldn't do it. But Underdog's heading back out again on 2019 to finish his hike. Underdog, I nominate you. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing your videos, and take care. And good luck on your starts.